Hi, this is Josh with another YouTube video. This time here in YouTube Studio. There's just a little bit of a heads up on YouTube and your rights to privacy and your work with your YouTube channel as it grows. And here you can see that my YouTube channel as a lifetime has gotten 81,355 views, which I'm quite proud of. As you can see, the revenue is a little more than $56. It used to be years ago that you could make a few cents for every 100 views that you had. And then I guess about the time when Google bought YouTube, they changed the sub amount. You had to have at least 10,000 subscribers. And as you can see, I'm nowhere near that. I don't even think I have 100 subscribers. And but I do get a decent amount of traffic. I mean, I tag my videos. I try to make them professional quality with links, and my subs, they go up and down. But I'm trying to, I guess, as a heads up, if you want more subscribers, I would post the type of content that gets a lot of views and a lot of subscribers already. I would check out those channels. But the point of this video here is search history. So I'm going to the search history on my YouTube channel. And as you can see here, my search history is empty. My watch history, my search history, it's all private. So on private settings. However, if you leave YouTube and you go to the Google website, Google is now the proud owner of YouTube. So go to the Google bar and you'll type in Google activity and it'll take you to this main page, which tracks your work with Google. Now remember, Google is one of the four MAGA companies. It's one of four of the largest companies in the world, of course, and certainly in our free democracy. So they now own YouTube. So if you go to my Google activity here, you can see that it has a setting for my web activity with Google, but now a new tab for YouTube history. So if I click on my YouTube history, it says that it's tracking the videos I watch and the activity that I do on YouTube. Remember, I've had this private setting for years, just because it's my own, private channel and my own private watching. And as you can see, there are videos on parkour, chess, mathematics, how to use your calculator, how to calculus. And as you scroll on, rock and roll videos from the 80s. There's Weird Al. There's coding, how to code further Python coding. Those are videos that I uploaded, so I wanted to make sure they worked. So as you can see, every single video that I have watched on YouTube is being tracked. Is fed live to Google, even though I personally said this is private browsing history and I don't want my history being tracked when I'm working on my YouTube channel. Isn't that amazing? So as you can see here, as you watch my video, that's what's going on here. The company is tracking my activity as I work on my own channel and as I browse on YouTube itself. And a lot of the videos are, as he goes on and on here. I'm in 2019, and let me make sure, are the months going forwards or backwards? And there's a lot of there's a few travel videos. Look at this. Why can't Will be an asshole? Or is that kidding? That was funny. And on, and then I'm just scrolling, randomly seeing the titles that I see. And then I'm just going on, and all of this information is because YouTube is your host, has this, all of this is saved on YouTube. Amazing stuff. And so rock and roll, look at this, on, a lot of Billy Joel, a lot of 80s music, extreme games, X Games, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep going down. If I keep going down, I can see this goes back for years. It goes back to 2018. It goes back and back and back. And even if I pull the scroll bar down to the bottom, which is what I'm doing on the right side of the screen, and release it, it just brings up month after month going back of my YouTube activity, because they're the owners. They are the parent company of YouTube. So after seeing this, I was like, well, that's a little disconcerting. I mean, one thing if there was a problem with my Google account, and and it also has to do with privacy and seeing if anyone's trying to hack my account. If I have these settings on blocked and without tracing. But if you go to, let's see, if you go to the left side of the screen, we should be able to find a way to item view and then delete the activity. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go to my Google activity and I'll just delete the activity history. If you can look on the left side here, you can see it says bundle view, item view, and delete activity by, Google activity by, and YouTube history. And so what I'm going to do is, you can see it says here. It says bundle view, item view, delete activity by other Google history, and I'll just go to delete. So delete activity by. How would you like to delete activity by? Preview more. We'll go to that setting, and you can complete all time. All right. So I'll make sure that the deletion is then complete. Okay. And it says the activity you have selected is being removed into your account and no longer tied to you. Learn activity is deleted. Privacy tip: explore other Google services with similar data. So that's just a small tag. Whether or not it's a giant company and their tracking is, just seems funny. Whether or not they're tracking, I mean, they're the parent company of YouTube. So it was just auto-saved in a completely different area on the internet. But there it is. As you can see, my Google activity is now deleted. So this is just a heads up video that, remember, even though you might be working on some website, there's another parent company that is not only tracking your every move on the website, but it actually has it saved. And if you go to the parent company and say, well, that's because what you did when you were on YouTube, you did X, Y, and Z. I mean, they have every single button click, like a live feed, is fed to that storage. So, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I mean, if you didn't grow up with computers in the 80s, I mean, if you went online, there would be like these hackers and these older people. And if you were a kid, they give you like the free video games. Like, you want some video games, the latest video games that were like aren't even in the store yet, and they would just be like there with their hack name on it, like hacked by the pirate or hacked by Mr. Whoever, And then when you were a kid, you would just receive them like as free email. They were actually called bulletin board servers. So if you were online at night or just left your computer on with your computer modem, then files were shared openly and free. It was open exchange before the internet was regulated. Here's very different. All right, here the files are being moved, and they could be sold as a commodity. Again, that's my right to privacy. I should be paid for that. I should be paid for the fact that if they're following, they're like, oh, these are the things this guy's interested in, because they're clueless on how to move the market and what to do that sells. So they also want your data for that. So just a quick heads up there. So it's an interesting find, and that has to do with right to privacy and right to privacy and right to privacy. And I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with this parent company owning it. So take care now, and that's it for this video. Google, parent company, was tracking all of my YouTube, and there it is. I just cleared out the whole file. There's now no data.